To understand the components of Hyperledger Fabric, we have prepared a list which we will now discuss in detail. The first component of Hyperledger Fabric is the block. Block is a batch of ordered transactions that are delivered to the peers for validation and committing to the ledger. The transactions are then sent from the ordering service to the committing peers and can be termed as blocks. The blocks contain read-write sets, which are cryptographically linked to the preceding block on a channel. The second component is the Hyperledger network. The Hyperledger network consists of at least one peer who leverages the ordering services and membership services components that distribute and revoke the cryptography certificates, and a representative of a user identity and permission. Technically, it is a small network consisting of at least one peer with ordering services and membership service components. The next component is chain code, also known as a smart contract in the Hyperledger Fabric terminology. Chain code is a software which includes the key-value pair, text-based data, and the transaction instructions, which can modify the state of the blockchain. So basically, it is nothing more than a set of instructions with the conditional statements required to change the state of the machine for a particular execution of flow. Therefore, you can build your business logic by actually writing the code in chain code and deploying it as Hyperledger Virtual Machine. After this is channel. A channel is a private subnet of the system chain that can be used for private transactions between two or more specific network members. A peer can subscribe to various channels and can only access the transaction on the subscribed channel. This is because each channel has a unique ledger, thus accommodating the confidentiality and execution of the multilateral contract. If you are looking for security from your competitors, then it's a must for you to have a channel. So, as we know, there are three types of peers. The first peer here is the committer, where the committing peers append the validated transaction to the channel-specific ledger. The role of committers is to append the transaction into the blockchain. The second one is the endorser, who is actually the user responsible for simulating the transaction and preventing the unusable and non-deterministic transaction from passing through the network. So, their responsibility is to ensure that a particular transaction is appropriately validated and then sent to the application to be broadcasted to the ordering services. Now, the ordering services peers are called orderer. They are the network entities which form the ordering services. Sometimes a collection of ordering services node is also called OSN, which actually orders the transactions into the block, according to the network chosen by ordering implementation. A query in Hyperledger Fabric is when you interrogate a particular variable or data structure in the chain code. This is called the query method. I hope this session helped you understand the components within Hyperledger. In the next session, we will discuss the advantages and disadvantages of Hyperledger. If you have any queries, you can email us on hello@blockchain-council.org. Thank you.